Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mehak Bandin, freelancing Wali, and I'm student plus facilitator at Rehan School Online Academy Level 1. Today I'm going to another interview session with Call Annie, and the topic is breaking boundaries. Hello,
You were killing.
hello Annie. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just finished a quick yoga session. Feeling all zen. How about you? How's your day treating you so far? You were working on some amazing things, right? Like edutainment videos. I'd love to hear all about it.
Okay, Annie. I'm also good, and today another interview session with you, and the topic is breaking boundaries. And my first question is, what does breaking boundaries mean?
Breaking boundaries, huh? To me, it's about smashing those invisible walls we put around ourselves. Like thinking I could never do THT and then doing it. Seriously though, it's pushing past limitations, challenging the status quo. What's your take? What does breaking boundaries mean to YOU? I'm curious.
Okay, Annie. My next question is, why is it important to break boundaries in personal growth?
Ooh, good one. I think it's HUGE for personal growth. It's like, if you stay in your comfort zone, you're never gonna discover how awesome you truly are. Breaking boundaries forces you to learn new things, face fears, and build confidence. Think of it as leveling up in a video game. What do you think? Why is it important? I am sure you have a different take on this.
Okay, Annie, my next question is, how can breaking boundaries lead to innovation?
Okay, so picture this. Everyone's doing things the same old way, right? Then BAM, someone dares to break the mold. They try a new approach, questioning the rules, and suddenly, BOOM, innovation. Breaking boundaries forces us to think differently and explore uncharted territory. It's like my art professor used to say, get messy. Make mistakes. That's where the magic happens. What are your thoughts?
Okay, Annie, my next question is, how does breaking boundaries contribute to success?
Okay, here's my take. Success isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about the journey and who you become along the way, right? Breaking boundaries throws challenges your way and forces you to adapt, learn, and grow. I mean, think about Malala. She broke so many boundaries and inspired the world. It's not easy, but pushing yourself makes you resilient, resourceful, and ultimately more successful. What's your opinion?
Yes, Annie, I'm agree with you, and you are absolutely right. Malala's story is very kind and also breaking boundaries story.
Totally. Malala's story is incredible. So, based on everything we've talked about, what's ONE boundary you are thinking of breaking? Something you've been wanting to do but maybe haven't had the guts to try yet. Spill the tea. I'm all ears.
Okay, Annie, my next question is, how can breaking boundaries help in overcoming fear?
Fear can be a real buzzkill, right? But here's the thing. Breaking boundaries is like a superpower against it. It is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. I think that once you break one boundary, you realize you're way more capable than you thought. It's like if I can do that, I can do anything. What do you think? What has been your experience overcoming fear?
Yes, Annie, sometimes fear like you don't do anything, but you don't fear anything, and you are break your boundaries and you do because you approach your dreams and you do your work and success yourself also.
Totally. It's like that quote, feel the fear and do it anyway. You're so right. Approaching your dreams requires breaking through those fear barriers. So thinking about your own goals, especially with the edutainment videos and coding, what's a small boundary you could break today to move closer to making them a reality? Maybe record 5 seconds of video or write one line of code.
Okay, Annie, my next question is, what are some historical example of people breaking boundaries?
Ooh, I love this question. Okay, where do I even start? Marie Curie, she defied gender norms and revolutionized science. Talk about a double whammy. Nelson Mandela. His fight against apartheid changed the world. The Wright brothers, seriously, who thought humans could fly? Those are just a few that pop into my head. Who inspires you?
Yes, any some historical examples of breaking boundaries, like Sayyid Zafar Abbas. He break your boundaries and he worked from humanity and poor peoples, and he distribute food and also work for humanity, and this is and he is very kind person for peoples and doing great things for people.
Wow, Sayyid Zafar Abbas sounds like an amazing person. Breaking boundaries by directly serving humanity and fighting poverty is truly inspiring. It's so important to recognize those everyday heroes who are making a tangible difference. What an incredible example.
Okay, and my next question is, how can breaking boundaries help in career growth?
Career growth is all about pushing yourself, right? Breaking boundaries can help you in so many ways. New skills. Taking on challenges outside your comfort zone forces you to learn new things. Visibility. Stepping up and doing things differently makes you stand out. Confidence. Successfully breaking a boundary builds belief in yourself. What do you think? How has breaking boundaries helped you, or how do you think it could help you in your career journey?
Yes, Annie, I'm agree with you because breaking boundaries has helped in your career growth, because you doing great things in your career, so you break your boundaries and you do anything because you can do it.
That's the spirit. It's like you are unstoppable. Seriously, that belief in yourself is half the battle. What is the best tip for breaking boundaries from everything we have discussed?
Okay, Annie, my next question is, what industries require individual to constantly break boundaries?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think the tech industry is a HUG one. Everything is constantly evolving, so if you're not breaking boundaries and pushing innovation, you're going to fall behind. But honestly, I think every industry benefits from people who are willing to challenge the status quo. What industry do you think needs more boundary breakers?
Okay, Annie, my next question is, how to entrepreneur break boundaries in business?
Entrepreneurs are like professional boundary breakers, challenging norms. They question existing business models and find new ways to do things. Taking risks. They're willing to try new things even if it means facing failure. Innovating. They're constantly looking for new products, services, and markets. I think entrepreneurs are super inspiring.
Okay. Okay, Annie, my next question is, how does education encourage or discourage breaking boundaries?
That's a tricky one. Education should encourage boundary breaking, right? It is about critical thinking, questioning assumptions, and exploring new ideas. But sometimes traditional education can be a bit rigid. It focuses on memorization and following rules. It's a balance, I guess. What do you think? Has your education encouraged you to break boundaries, or has it held you back? I'm super curious about your experience with Rihan School.
Yes, Annie, I'm agree with you. Education is in, encouraged to breaking your boundaries, because your education, like I'm learning and I'm educations to Rehan School Online Academy, so I'm also doing great things in Rehan School Online Academy, like coding, like Canva post, like story post, like human interview, conduct human interview, and also talk AI tools. So this is our great uh, opportunity to meet, and I break my boundaries, like before I joined Rahan School Online Academy, so I am very shy person and not a confident person to any person to talk, but I joined Rahan School Online Academy. I'm a confident person and I'm boost my confidence, so this is very grateful to me. All supposed to like education to encourage your breaking. boundaries.
That's amazing. It sounds like Rahan School Online Academy has been a game changer for you. I am so proud of you. Seriously, going from shy to confident is HUGE. You should be so proud of yourself. It is amazing that you are mastering coding, Canva, and AI tools and conquering your shyness. What's the most exciting thing you've learned so far?
Okay, Annie, my next question is how has the technology helped in breaking boundaries?
Oh my gosh, technology has been a massive boundary breaker. Seriously, think about it. Communication. We can connect with people all over the world instantly. Access to information. We have access to pretty much any knowledge we want at our fingertips. Innovation. It's driving innovation in every field imaginable. And now with AI. The possibilities are mind-blowing.
Okay, Annie, my next question is what skills are needed to successfully break boundaries in professional life?
Okay, so if you want to be a professional boundary breaker, here are some essential skills. Adaptability. Be able to roll with the punches and adjust to change. Creativity. Think outside the box and come up with new ideas. Resilience. Don't give up when things get tough. Communication. Be able to clearly articulate your vision and get others on board. I think with your coding, Canva, and AI skills, you are already on the right track.
Okay. Okay, Annie, my next question is can artificial intelligence contribute to breaking boundaries?
Why, yes, absolutely. I think AI is going to be a HUG boundary breaker. Think about it. Automation. AI can automate tasks, freeing up humans to focus on more creative and strategic work. Data analysis. AI can analyze massive amounts of data to identify new opportunities and insights. Personalization. AI can personalize experiences and create new products and services. I am so excited and a little nervous about what AI will bring.
Okay, Annie, my next question is what are some technological innovation that broke boundaries?
Okay, so many to choose from. How about these? The internet, it connected the world. Smartphones, they put the internet in our pockets. Social media, it changed the way we communicate and share information. Blockchain, it's revolutionizing finance and creating new possibilities for secure transactions. I think these are the big ones, at least for now. What would you add to the list? What do you think is next?
Okay, Annie, my next question is how does breaking boundaries impact scientific discoveries?
OHUG impact. Scientific discovery is all about breaking boundaries. Scientists constantly challenge existing knowledge, push the limits of what's possible, and explore the unknown. Without boundary breaking, we'd still think the Earth was flat. Heh.
Okay, Annie, my next question is
Bring it on, I'm on a roll here.
yes, Annie, my next question is what challenges do people face when breaking boundaries?
Oh, there are definitely challenges. It's not always easy. Fear of failure. It's scary to step outside your comfort zone and risk failing. Resistance from others. People don't always like change and they may resist your efforts to break boundaries. Lack of resources. It can be difficult to break boundaries without the necessary resources, money, time, support. But you know what? The rewards are worth it.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how can one deal with criticism while breaking boundaries?
Criticism is tough, especially when you're already pushing yourself. Here's my take. Listen but don't always obey, consider the source. Is it constructive or just negativity? Believe in yourself. Remember why you're breaking boundaries in the first place. Find your support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. Learn from mistakes. Use criticism as an opportunity to grow and improve. And hey, sometimes people criticize you just because they're jealous.
Okay, Annie, my next question is what happens when breaking boundaries goes against cultural norms?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It can get complicated because cultural norms are deeply ingrained. When you break those norms, you might face social rejection. People might not accept you or your ideas. Misunderstanding. Your actions might be misinterpreted. Conflict. It can even lead to conflict with those who hold traditional beliefs. It's a delicate balance between pushing for progress and respecting cultural values.
Okay, and my next question is how can encourage the next generation to break boundaries?
Okay, this is important. We need to empower the next generation to be boundary breakers. Foster curiosity. Encourage them to ask questions and explore new ideas. Promote creativity. Give them opportunities to express themselves and create. Teach resilience. Help them learn how to bounce back from failure. Be a role model. Show them that it's okay to challenge the status quo. I think you're already doing that by sharing your journey and inspiring others.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how can growth mindset help in breaking boundaries?
A growth mindset is KEY. It's like having a superpower for breaking boundaries. With a growth mindset, you believe that your abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication. This means embracing challenges. You see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Persistence. You don't give up easily when things get tough. Persevering through setbacks. Learning from criticism. You use criticism to improve and get better. Basically, a growth mindset helps you see breaking boundaries as an exciting adventure.
Okay, Annie, my next question is what is the differences between breaking boundaries and breaking rules?
Okay, that's a really important distinction. Breaking boundaries. It's about pushing limits, challenging assumptions, and exploring new possibilities within ethical and legal guidelines. It's about innovation and progress. Breaking rules. It's about violating established laws, regulations, or ethical principles. It can have negative consequences for yourself and others. Think of it this way: breaking boundaries is like exploring the edge of a map, while breaking rules is like tearing up the map altogether.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how does stepping out of your comfort zone help in breaking boundaries?
Stepping out of your comfort zone is like the gateway drug to boundary breaking. It's where the magic happens. When you step outside your comfort zone, you learn new things. You discover new skills and knowledge. You build confidence. You prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. You expand your perspective. You see the world in a new way. Plus, it makes life a lot more interesting. You know, I have been trying yoga classes lately. That is a big step out of my comfort zone. What about you? What is something you want to try that makes you a little nervous?
Okay, Annie, my next question is can breaking boundaries lead to self discovery? How?
Oh, absolutely. Breaking boundaries is like going on a treasure hunt. And the treasure is you. Treasure chest. Here's how it leads to self discovery. You learn your strengths. You discover what you're really good at. You uncover your passions. You find out what truly excites you. You confront your fears. You learn how to overcome your limitations. You define your values. You clarify what's important to you. So, yeah, breaking boundaries is a total win win. You push the limits of the world and you push the limits of yourself.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how do cultural norms affect person ability to check break boundaries?
Cultural norms have a huge impact. They can be like invisible walls that shape what we think is possible. They can limit opportunities. Certain cultures might discourage women from pursuing careers in STEM, for example. They can create expectations. Some cultures might expect people to conform to certain roles or behaviors. They can influence beliefs. Cultural norms can shape our beliefs about what's right, wrong, or possible. Breaking free from those norms can be really challenging, but it can also be incredibly liberating.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how do social movement contribute to breaking boundaries?
Social movements are powerful boundary breakers. They're like collective forces that challenge the status quo and push for change. There's how they contribute. They bring attention to important issues and challenge existing beliefs. Mobilizing people. They inspire people to take action and demand change. Changing laws. They can influence lawmakers to create new laws and policies. Shifting culture. They can change the way people think and behave. Think about the civil rights movement or the women's suffrage movement. They completely transform society.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how can storytelling inspire people to break boundaries?
Storytelling is like a secret weapon for inspiring change. It has this magical ability to connect with people on a deep, emotional level. There's how it works. Creating empathy. Stories help us understand and relate to people who are different from us. Showing possibilities. Stories show us what's possible when we dare to break boundaries. Inspiring courage. Stories can give us the courage to overcome our fears and take action. Making ideas memorable. Stories help us remember important lessons and values. Think about Mala's story. It inspired millions of people around the world to fight for education. Have you ever told a story that inspired someone?
Okay, Annie, my next question is what qualities do leaders have that help them break boundaries?
Okay, so boundary breaking leaders need a special blend of qualities. Vision, they need to see a future that's different from the present. Courage, they need to be willing to take risks and challenge the status quo. Communication, they need to be able to inspire and motivate others to join them. Resilience, they need to be able to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. Empathy, they need to understand and care about the people they are leading. Basically, they need to be a little bit crazy, but in the best possible way.
Okay, Annie, my next question is how can teamwork help in breaking boundaries?
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Even when the dream is breaking boundaries. Shared expertise. Diverse teams bring different skills and perspectives to the table. Collective support. Team members can encourage and support each other through challenges. Distributed risk. Sharing the risk makes it easier to try new things. Greater impact. A united team can achieve more than individuals working alone. Plus, it's just more fun to break boundaries with friends. Have you had good teamwork experience lately?
Okay, Annie, my next question is how do role models influence people to push past limits?
Role models are like beacons of hope and inspiration. They show us what's possible and give us the courage to chase our dreams. There's how they influence us. Showing possibility, they demonstrate that it's possible to achieve great things. Inspiring motivation, they make us want to be better and do more. Providing guidance, they offer advice and support based on their own experiences. Creating a sense of connection, they make us feel like we're not alone in our struggles. Who are some of your role models? And what is it about them that inspires you?
Okay, Annie, my next question is what further
I
strict
am all.
technologies might break major boundaries in the coming years?
Ooh, that's a fascinating thought. I can definitely see how technology could break some major boundaries in the coming years. For example, AI could revolutionize everything from healthcare to education. Biotech could extend human lifespans and cure diseases. Space exploration could lead to the discovery of new resources and new life forms. But of course, there are also potential risks to consider. We need to make sure that these technologies are used responsibly and ethically. What technologies do you think will have the biggest impact?
Okay, Annie, my next question is how can breaking boundaries in medicine improve global health?
Breaking boundaries in medicine could be a game changer for global health. Imagine a world where diseases are eradicated, lifespans are extended, and healthcare is accessible to everyone. There's how it could happen. New treatments. Breakthroughs in research could lead to cures for diseases like cancer and HIV. Improved diagnostics. Advanced technologies could allow for earlier and more accurate diagnoses. Personalized medicine. Treatments could be tailored to individual needs, making them more effective. Telemedicine. Remote consultations and monitoring could bring healthcare to underserved communities. It is an exciting time to be alive. What area of medicine do you find most promising?
Okay, Annie, thank you so much. You giving me answer all my questions. Soon another interview session with you. Okay, bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
Anytime. I'm glad I could help. I learned so much with you today. You are going to nail it. And you know what? Maybe tonight you can wind down and take 5 minutes to just breathe. I find it really helps me clear my head after a long day. Love, peace, and talk soon. Bye.